promises I made alone at night. Nobody saw the battles fought, far away from every light. No crowd was there to cheer me on, no audience to applaud. Just endless hours of discipline and faith against the odds. While others chased distractions, I was sharpening my mind, building something in the shadows most people never find. The silence became my teacher, the struggle became my friend, and every lonely sacrifice prepared me for the end. I was forged in silence, built where no one else could see. Every lonely I created a stronger version of me. I was forged in silence, through the pressure and the pain, and every day I kept moving, turned struggle into gain. Ignores the hidden cost, the years spent fighting private wars, the times you nearly got lost. Success is born in quiet moments when nobody knows your name, when you choose discipline over comfort again and again and again. The mirror became my rival, the standard became my guide, and every weakness that I conquered was another win inside. One more sunrise, one more grind, one more test of heart and mind. That's where greatness slowly grows, when nobody knows. I was forged in silence, built where no one else could see. Every lonely I've created a stronger version of me. I was forged in silence, through the pressure and the pain, and every day I kept moving, turned struggle into gain. Strength I carry, now they see the confidence, but they never saw the darkness where it all began to make sense. Because the strongest steel is hidden long before the blade is shown, and the strongest souls are built when they walk the path alone. I was forged in silence, and the fire still remains. Every challenge that me only strengthens what I've gained. I was forged in silence, and I'll carry that forever, because the warrior built in darkness can be broken by no weather. I feared the thunder, for years I feared the rain. I spent my life avoiding battles, trying to escape the pain. I watched opportunities vanish, because I hesitated too long, waiting for the perfect moment, waiting to somehow feel strong. But strength is not a feeling, and courage is not comfort, son. They're born the moment you decide. The time for fear is done. The storm kept chasing after me again and again and again, until I finally turned around and ran straight into the wind. I didn't run mountains do not break the climber. The climber breaks himself apart when he lets doubt invade his vision and fear invade his heart. So I chose another pathway. I chose discipline and grit, and every day I kept advancing. One more step, refusing quit. One more mile when legs are shaking. One more rep when strength is gone. That's where warriors separate from everyone. I didn't run from the storm, I became the storm instead. Every doubt became a weapon, every fear was left for dead. I didn't hide from the fire, I walked directly through the flames, and everything that tried to stop me only sharpened who I became. Now the pressure feels familiar, now the struggle feels like home, because I've learned that growth is waiting just beyond the comfort zone. The storms no longer scare me, the darkness no longer blinds, because the strongest version of myself was forged inside those times. I didn't run from the storm, I became the storm instead. Every battle made me stronger, every challenge moved me ahead. I didn't run from the fire, I used the flames to light the way. And now the man who stands before you was built through every difficult day. Your turn, be patient, stay in line and know your place. But dreams were never built by people too afraid to leave the cage. I watched years disappear in silence, watching others chase their fate. Then I realized no one's coming to unlock a guarded gate. The world won't hand you opportunity, the world will make the pathway clear. You either build the road before you or spend your life trapped by fear. I got tired of asking questions, tired of waiting for a sign. The day I took control myself was the day I changed my life. I rise without permission, I move without approval. No waiting for acceptance, no surrender, no removal. I rise without permission, through resistance and collision. Every obstacle before me only sharpens my decision. Walls were never concrete, they existed in my mind, built from years of hesitation and the fear of being denied. But fear cannot control a person who has something worth pursuing, and limits cannot stop a soul that is completely committed to doing. Every morning is a challenge, every day another test, but every step beyond discomfort brings me closer to my best. One more hour, one more fight, one more step into the night. The future favors those who move when others freeze inside. I rise without permission, I move without approval. No waiting for acceptance, no surrender, no removal. I rise without permission, through resistance and collision. Every obstacle before me only sharpens my decision. No king was crowned by hesitation. No legend waited to be chosen. The ones remembered through history are the ones who stayed in motion. So let the doubters keep on doubting, let the critics speak their mind. I'll be too busy building greatness to leave my purpose behind. I rise without permission, with discipline as my religion. Every setback, every scar has helped reveal who we truly are. I rise without permission, driven by relentless vision. And the man I become tomorrow will make today's version look small. They called it impossible. That's why I chose the fight. Because every dream worth chasing lies beyond what's safe and right. The mountain looked enormous, the road seemed far too long. But impossible is just a word used by those who won't stay strong. I carried doubt upon my shoulders, I carried fear inside my chest, but neither one could stop the hunger to become my very best. Every giant starts to shrink the moment that you move. Every wall begins to crack when you refuse to lose. Conquer the impossible. Break the limits in your soul. Conquer the impossible. Turn the pressure into gold. Conquer the impossible. Leave the fear where it belongs, because the strongest people rise from the places they were told they're wrong. I learned the world rewards persistence, not the ones who simply dream. Because dreams without action are weaker than they seem. Every morning brought resistance, every night demanded more. But champions are built by doing what others can endure. The road became my proving ground, the struggle became my name. And every obstacle before me added fuel into the flame. One more mile, one more scar, one more lesson from the war. One more step beyond the pain, and you'll never be the same. Conquer the impossible. Break the limits in your soul. Conquer the impossible. Turn the pressure into gold. Conquer the impossible. Leave the fear where it belongs, because the strongest people rise from the places they were told they're wrong. No one remembers easy victories, no one honors comfort won. History belongs forever to the ones who overcome. The impossible is only real until somebody breaks through. And every barrier in existence is waiting there for you. Conquer the impossible. Let the fire take control. Conquer the impossible. what you're fighting for. Through fire and stone, with nothing but a dream to hold. The road was darker than I imagined, and twice as cold. Every failure left a mark, every lesson left a scar, but every scar became a compass pointing to who we are. There were nights I questioned everything, nights I nearly let go, but something deep inside kept saying, you've still got further to go. The storm was loud, the burden strong, but quitting never felt like home. Through fire and stone, I built this life on my own. Every battle, every climb, turned pressure into power over time. Through fire and stone, I found strength I'd never known, and every wall that blocked my way became the reason I stayed. The mountain didn't move for me, the world didn't clear the path. I had to earn every inch forward through discipline and wrath. The weak side of me begged for comfort, begged for one more excuse, but the stronger voice kept growing louder, giving weakness no use. I learned that greatness isn't talent, it's the refusal to break. It's showing up again tomorrow after every mistake. One more mile, one more fight, one more step into the night. Through fire and stone, I built this life on my own. Every battle, every climb, turned pressure into power over time. Through fire and stone, I found strength I'd never known, and every wall that blocked my way became the reason I stayed. Challenge in my life has left me more prepared. The storms that once endeared fate, blaming every circumstance for every dream that had to wait. I said I needed better chances, I said I needed better days. I built 1,000 different reasons why I could not find a way. Then one night the truth arrived like a hammer to my chest. The life I wanted wasn't waiting, it was built through discipline and stress. No perfect moment will appear, no road exists without the fear. The only thing that matters now is standing here. I've got no excuses left, no place to run, no one to blame. No excuses left, only hunger, only flame. No excuses left, only action, only drive. No excuses left, and for the first time I'm alive. Started asking questions that I couldn't avoid anymore. How bad do you really want it? What are you willing to suffer for? That's when everything changed inside me. That's when comfort lost control. Because greatness never visits people who negotiate their goals. Every morning became a mission, every setback became a test. And every day I kept on proving that I could give my best. One more rep when muscles burn, one more lesson left to learn, one more battle, one more climb, one more time. I've got no excuses left, no place to run, no one to blame. No excuses left, only hunger, only flame. No excuses left, only action, only drive. No excuses left, and for the first time I'm alive. Often hidden inside the stories that we tell, the lies that keep us standing still inside a comfortable cell. I broke those chains one link at a time, not with luck and not with ease, but with thousands of decisions made when nobody could see. I've got no excuses left, only mountains left to climb. No excuses left, only purpose on my mind. No excuses left, and now the future knows my name, because the day I killed my excuses was the day I changed the game. This fight was never outside, it was the voice inside my head, the one that whispered every failure, the one that filled my mind with dread. It told me I was not enough, it told me I should stay the same, it told me comfort was the answer, and fear was something I should obey. For years I listened to that voice, for years I carried those chains, until I realized my greatest enemy was living in my brain. The battle line was drawn inside, no place to run, no place to hide. The day I faced myself at last, my future changed. I was built for the war within, built to fight and built to win. Every doubt I overcame, added fuel into the flame. I was built for the used to hold, no mountain never challenged me like the stories I was told. But discipline became my weapon, consistency became my shield, and every day I chose the hard road. Another weakness had to yield. A mirror shows a different person than the one I used to be. Not because life became easier, but because I became me. One more choice, one more round, one more time, I won't back down. That's the path that leads a man to his command. I was built for the war within, built to fight and built to win. Every doubt I overcame, added fuel into the flame. I was built for the war within, where all true victories begin. Every weakness left behind forged a stronger heart and mind. The world can throw its storms against me, the world can test me endlessly, but nothing it creates outside can match the fight inside of me. And now that battle has been won, or at least I've learned the way to face the darkness in my soul and conquer it each day. I was built for the war within, the place where legends truly begin. Every scar became a sign that this life was meant to climb. I was built for the war within, and I'll fight it to the end, because the man who conquers himself can never truly bend. Watching everything collapse, every door I tried to open turned me back. Every dream was left in pieces, scattered by the wind and rain. But the ruins taught me lessons comfort never gave. When you lost what you depended on, you discover what you're made of. Not the things you hold outside, but what's inside. I was built from ruins, from the wreckage and the pain. Every piece that fell apart was built again. I was built from ruins, stronger than I've ever been. The fire didn't end my story, it began in the Now I walk with different vision. I don't fear another fall, because I've stood among the ashes and survived it all. Every setback made me wiser, every battle left me strong. Every night I thought was endless made me carry on. I was built from ruins, person that emerged could never be denied. The walls around me fall, thought I would not stand at all. Saw the fire take my ground, burn it down. Every dream was turned to dust, every promise lost its trust. But beneath the wreckage lay a different way. When there's nothing left to save, you discover what remains. Not the fear, not the pain, but the flame. From a kingdom of ashes, I built an empire inside. Every loss became a weapon, every tear became my guide. From a kingdom of ashes, I rose stronger than before. What was meant to be my ending became something so much more. Ground. I've been lost and I've been found. Every battle that appeared killed the fear. No excuses, no retreat. Stand again on wounded feet. Every scar I carry now makes me proud. From a kingdom of ashes, I created who I am. And the fire that once consumed me now burns within my head. Every scar became a crown. Every time they knocked me down, every wound they thought would last became my past. I have walked through endless rain, I have carried crushing pain. Still I stand, still I rise, with fire in my eyes. The pressure didn't break my soul, it transformed me, made me whole. Every battle left a mark, lit the dark. I sit upon a throne of scars, built from every fallen part. Every loss became a stone to build my throne. I sit upon a throne of scars, stronger now than who you are. chest. Every trial became my test. Every mountain that I faced built my place. The road was hard, the nights were long. That's exactly why I'm strong. Every step through pain and doubt brought the warrior out. I sit upon a throne of scars, and I've carried every mark. Every storm that crossed my way made me who I am was tested by the fire, pushed beyond what I required. Every setback, every scar made me hard. There were nights I stood alone, carving strength into my bones. Every failure left behind build my mind. Pressure didn't make me fall, it revealed my strength through all. Every wound became a sign, the power's mine. Rise like steel from the flame, stronger than I ever came. Every battle, every pain was not in vain. Rise like steel through the storm. Every scar became my form. What was meant to break my soul gave me control. Fear of what may come. I've survived what I've become. Every mountain in my way I will face. No excuses, no retreat. Stand again on tired feet. Every challenge that appears disappears. Rise like steel through the night, turn the darkness into light. Everything that tried to break me only came to elevate me. Through the smoke alone, no shelter, no place called home. Every failure carved my skin, made me begin. The world said I would break apart, but pressure only shaped my heart. Every wound became a sign, the strength was mine. Pain was not my enemy, it revealed the best of me. Every scar became a guide through the fight. I was made by the fire, built higher and higher. Every storm that crossed my way for far too long. Watched the walls around me fall, lost it all. Every setback, every scar showed me who I really are. In the darkness I became something changed. When you face your lowest ground, fear no longer holds you down. Every wound becomes a key, sets you free. There's nothing left to fear now. I've survived the worst somehow. Every storm that crossed my way made me stay. There's nothing left to fear now. I can see the future now. Every battle, every flame built my name. No more running from the pain, no more hiding in the rain. Every challenge that appears sharpens years. Pressure forged a stronger soul. Discipline became control. Every fall became the start of this heart. There's nothing left to fear now. The fire's burning clear now. Everything that tried to break me only came to make me. I walk through the smoke alone. No shelter, no place called home. Every failure carved my skin, made me begin. The world said I would break apart, but pressure only shaped my heart. Every wound became a sign. The strength was mine. Pain was not my enemy. It revealed the best of me. Every scar became a guide through the fight. I was made by the fire, built higher and higher. Every storm that crossed my way could not make me fade. I was made by the fire, fueled by one desire. Turn the pain into my power every single hour. When the darkness closed around, I refused to stay down. Every step through fear and doubt brought the warrior out. No excuses, no retreat. Stand again on wounded feet. Every battle that I faced built my strength. I was made by the fire. Now the flames take me higher. Everything that tried to break me is the reason some chapters you were never meant to feel. Maybe every road behind you looks like proof that you have lost, but the strongest trees grow taller after every storm they cross. Don't mistake a painful season for the ending of your life. Some of the most beautiful beginnings were the colors of goodbye. Your story isn't finished. This is not the final page. Every tear you've ever cried is building strength for brighter days. Your story isn't finished. There's still fire left to find, and the person you'll become may be the strongest of your kept on breathing when the world felt cold and far. Were not moments of weakness, they revealed how strong you are. Every setback left a lesson, every wound became a guide, leading you toward a version that was waiting deep inside. Your story isn't finished. There's a mountain left to climb, and one day you'll look behind you and be proud you didn't hide. Your story isn't finished. The best chapter still remains. Keep walking through the darkness. You'll eventually reach the flame. I spent years looking outward, searching for a different world, thinking strength was somewhere far beyond the stars. Every setback felt so heavy, every failure tried to tell me that my best days were all gone, but I was wrong. Because the answer wasn't hiding in another place to find it, it was waiting deep inside all this time. There's a climb within your soul, a strength you've never fully known. When the world says you can't go on, keep holding on. There's a fire within your heart, even when the night is dark. Then one day you'll finally see who you're meant to be. Showing me that every scar can shape who we are. The road is long, the road is steep, but feels dead.
There's a climb within your soul, higher than the highest road. Every storm that you survive keeps the fire alive. There's a future still to ride, past the shadows of tonight. And the person you become will shine brighter than the sun. There were days I lost myself, watching dreams fade on the shelf. Every plan I tried to make seemed to break. I carried doubt for many years, hidden underneath my fears, wondering if I was enough to rise above.
But every road that nearly broke me, every shadow that controlled me, led me to the strength I found standing now.
I will rise from nothing, from the ashes of defeat. Every wound becomes a lesson, every scar a victory. I will rise from nothing, stronger than I've ever been. What once felt like my ending was where my life began again.
The mountain looked impossible, the pain felt unforgivable. But step by step and day by day, I found my way.
Now the mirror shows someone who refused to stay undone, a soul that learned through every fall to stand up tall. I will rise from nothing,
And I won't be turned around.
every storm that tried to stop me only taught me how to climb. you question how you'll ever find the strength again to stand and mend. feels far beyond your call. When every road is disappeared and all is fear. But the darkest night will always end, and broken hearts can heal again. The story isn't over yet,
Not even close. There is light after ruin.
there is life after pain.
Every storm that tried to break you,
Could not take your name,
there is strength still inside you.
even when you cannot see.
The person you are becoming.
Stronger than you believe.
One more step is all it takes. One more breath, one more day. Mountains move a grain at a time. Just keep the climb.
The wounds you carry tell a story, not of failure but of glory. 'Cause you're still here, still alive.
Still able to rise.
There is light after ruin. There is hope after loss. And one day you'll look back and see
You survived it all.
the fire never left you. It was waiting underneath. Now rise and meet the world again.
Become who you're meant to be.